Hey y'all, today I'm fixing to plant up these window boxes. I had done them in the fall for fall and winter, and if you watched that video, you saw the ferns and things that were in here. The ferns ended up not coming back. They were supposed to be autumn ferns, but it turned out they were not. And I knew it on over in the season. Because the autumn ferns in our zone, they stay green during the winter, and these died. And so, anyways, I'm going to dig them out, and I could leave the two carex grasses on the ends, but I'm not going to do that either because I have, and they would be beautiful in a few weeks, although they look rough right now. But I have other plans for them. They're going somewhere else in the ground. The Heucherella, I had actually taken, I don't remember if it was one or two. I think it was one. And I divided it into multiple. I ended up with 5. And I'll show y'all. I've got 2 window boxes here. And of course, it's way past time to have done these window boxes. But in a normal year, I would have done these a few weeks ago. But this is not a normal year for me. So I'm going to spin the camera around and show y'all the other window box. It actually looks a lot better. It's actually 2 small ones, but it looks like one big one under the other windows. You can see it's a lot more full on the other side because I put more of the Heucherella, and they were so tiny, but they've really grown. And I'm gonna leave the middle, and I'm gonna take 2 out of this other window box. Let me show y'all. You can see the Heucherella in here. There's actually 4 here, but I'm leaving the 2 that's in the middle so they can grow together and look like one big one, kind of like with the other one. And that grass that's over here, the carex grass, is coming out. I'm going to show y'all some of the things that I'm going to put in these window boxes. This is some of the things that I'm planning to put in these window boxes. The cane begonias, the white ones that I propagated in the fall. Some of those are going in the window boxes. And while they're small right now, within the next couple of weeks, they'll be, bushy and pretty. They grow quick once you plant them in a pot. These are still in the little starter cups that I started them in. And you can see these are the double impatiens that I propagated during the fall and grew them out during the winter time. And then these are some new ones that I bought. I actually had a pre-order of annuals that I pre-ordered the first week of February. And they came probably about 2 weeks ago. I had ordered some double impatiens and different kinds of petunias. And with me, if you've watched very many of my videos, you know that a lot of times I'll just buy one plant. These are different. They're all double impatiens, but they're different types. Or different colors, I should say. I have white, and I have the tropical shades. This one's really pretty. And I have the coral reef, and all of these are the Rockapolco series. And this one is just the purple. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and plant these in the window boxes. But then I'm going to take cuttings because I want more of each one of these colors. And so I'll just take a few cuttings off of each one, and I'll stick them in my pots here. And then I'll, propagate, and I'll have several of each within 2 weeks. I also had ordered, I've never grown this before. It's the Chocolate Drop, the Color Blaze series. it's a creeping, you know, like a more like a ground cover if you plant it in the ground. I'm also going to take cuttings off of this because I need 4 or 5 of them, and I've got one, but that's not a problem. I mean, you're, like I said, you can propagate anything you buy, you just can't sell it. If you're propagating it for yourself, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. And so that's what I'm planning to do. And those are the things that I'm planning on putting in this window box, both of these window boxes, with the Heucherella that's already in there. So let's turn this around to the window boxes and let's get started. Okay, first I'm going to get all these dug out, and then I'm going to add some fresh dirt. Every few years I'll replace all the dirt, but I typically, because this is I just usually grow annuals. This is not something that I plant where I leave things in all the time. And I just don't see the sense in replacing, for me. If you want to replace all the dirt, you know, by all means go for it. But since I water soluble fertilize my window boxes and flower pots all summer long, there's really no need for me to replace all the dirt every year. And I'm just not going to do that. Let's see if I can get, these ferns really grew. Maybe they're still alive at the roots. We'll look and see in a minute what the roots look like. But I think they've had it. Definitely, well, maybe. Yeah, that's a piece of grass. Wow. Whatever these were, they were beautiful last summer. But that looks pretty dead to me. I don't see any live roots. So, I have to get the leaf blower. So I'm just going to pull those out. And I love the carex grasses. This is an evergreen carex grass. And the chartreuse color is just so pretty. Now it does need cleaning up. I had to clean it up in the fall when I put it in here. But like I said, these are going in the ground, so wow. It's definitely had crazy roots. A word. What the heck? Man, my house look ugly. Yes, here. Ooh. Okay, B. I need to get stung today. I'm just going to add some fresh dirt. You can use whatever dirt you prefer. I really like the Expert Living or the Expert Blend from Walmart. You can see how dark and rich and good this soil is. It holds moisture well during the summertime. I think this dirt has a lot of compost in it, which, as you know, your plants are going to love. Okay, I'm going to add the dirt, and then I'm going to set the things in the window boxes kind of the way I think I want them, and then I'll show y'all what I've got. You can see there's 2 in here, and there's 2 in this one. I think I'm going to just leave them that way, because I have plenty of these. I'm going to fall out. Okay. Now, okay, this is kind of what it's going to look like. But I need something that's going to creep out. So this is where I'm fixing to break me off a few pieces of that coleus, because I think that I think I'm going to do that, but I've got some coleus in the house that are propagated in water. So I'm going to go get it and pop it in here and see what it looks like. And I'll be right back. This is some coleus that I propagated in the fall, or maybe during the winter time. I took some off of, actually, one I had bought for $1 on clearance, and I never did plant it. And so I just popped some cuttings off, stuck them in a glass of water, and I think these would be really pretty with the colors that I've got in here, with that peach. So I'm gonna, and these are rooted. These have been rooted. I may have trouble separating them, actually. You can see the roots on them. So let me get these stuck in there, and then I'll bring y'all back. Okay. Now I'm going to show y'all how I'm going to pop some off of these. And I'm not going to stick these in little propagation cups. I'm going to actually stick them directly into the soil in those window boxes and just let them propagate right there. I'll just have to make sure that I keep them damp. I need to get me some clippers. Okay, all I'm going to do is take just a few of these cuttings that are running. Let me turn the camera around where I can show y'all. I'm just going to come in here and some of these that are already creeping. I'm just going to go back here, and I'm going to take it back to where I see a set of, well, you need to make sure, I'll go back here, because you need to make sure you have a set of leaves underneath the top leaves, sort of like that, and all I'm going to do is pop these bottom leaves off right here. I'm going to cut that just a little. And I really don't need all of these leaves, but I think I'm going to leave some of these, because it's going to propagate either way. I'm just going to leave it like that. And I'm going to do probably 4, because I'm going to put 2 in those window boxes and 2 in these. So I have something that's flowing out the front. So I'll do another one right here where y'all can see. And I'm just going to cut this back, because that's where your roots are going to come out, where you just cut those leaves off. And you don't need a full top, so I'm going to go ahead and cut some of this out. It'll just root faster if you do. And then I'm going to go ahead and leave it like that. And I'm going to do 2 more, and then when I get ready to pot all this in the boxes, I'll bring y'all back. Okay, now this is how I think it's going to go. I'm just going to start potting it, and I may stop the video part of the way through just to save time, but I'll show y'all what it looks like when I get it finished. Oops. Oh, that's going to be very pretty. You can see, I know that's not beautiful right now, but within the next 2 to 3 weeks, this window box will be full and beautiful, and you know, just the way that I'm visualizing it looking. You know, if you're looking for a sudden impact, you know, you can use bigger plants. You can add more plants. But y'all, this is going to fill up. Those white cane begonias, they get really big. These rockapocos, they fill out and get, you know, pretty good size. Like coleus is going to get big. Which the coleus, the one that I already had rooted, I buried it pretty deep. And as it grows, I'll probably pinch it back some so it spreads out more and not quite as tall. Now let's go do the other window box. Some of my cuttings have 2, some have 3 and 4. So all I'm going to do is just break these 2 apart. And these will make plants big as those that are already in the pots, if not bigger. Actually, I think I'm gonna have to rotate this one, because that one's white, and I really don't want the white. I don't know, I'm sort of debating on something here. I think it'll be okay. Now I'm just going to give everything a little drink of Miracle Grow, actually. You want to water everything in good. And now that cutting, it really don't need Miracle Grow on it. But it's not going to hurt it as long as I'm not doing it all the time until it gets rooted. I know that's what you would typically not do, but I guess I'm a little bit of a rebel gardener. I don't do things the way everybody else does part of the time. Sometimes it works out for me and sometimes it don't. Most of the time it does. Okay, let me pour some in the other one and then I'll just give y'all just a shot of both window boxes where you can see the whole things.